Well, hello everyone. I'm here today with Alex from Experis. Thank
Hi.
you very much for taking
No
the time.
problem.
So, Alex, we're going to talk a little bit about social media in
Yep.
terms of I get a lot of questions in terms of what this mindset of a recruiter, right? So, if you would get a new a requirement, a job requirement from a client, what are you going to look for when you look online for a candidate directly?
Well, typically when looking online for a candidate, the first thing we're looking for is an up-to-date profile.
Yes.
Having an up-to-date profile is really important for us. It shows that somebody, even if they're not actively looking for work, it's always good to know the process of what they've been learning in their present position, how that can benefit them in the long run, leading up to when they are looking for a position. There's no harm in networking with people, putting new things on your profile, letting us know the new things that you've learned.
Yeah.
All of this sort of stuff benefits the overall profile, and that's the basis of what we're looking at.
And how do you find them, basically? Because that's always a worry for a candidate, how to present themselves properly in order to be actually found, right,
Yeah.
by a recruiter when you are having a job requirement. And sometimes time is money, right?
Of
So
course.
you're busy and you're looking fast.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what are you going to look for, basically?
So, one of the things we look for, as a recruiter, we have an RPS account with LinkedIn, which is a direct way to mail people that have desirable profiles, desirable work experience for the jobs that we're recruiting for. So I would always say using a title, that really represents what you're doing, but it's also recognized in many industries. Some people would like to have specialized titles, but it's going to hurt them in the long run. The way that we're searching for an overall keywords, titles. If they have something that's recognized in multiple industries, it's going to be a lot easier for us to find you.
So because the way the search is appearing for you, obviously, right, it shows you usually the job title, or
Yeah.
you can obviously use it as a tagline. So some people use it as a job title and a tagline, for
Yeah.
example. That is helpful to you.
Yeah, it's helpful. Obviously there's a summary section, and in the summary, you can, rather than summarize about yourself, you can put a brief summary of your work experience, even maybe the kind of job that you're looking for, something that you're aiming towards. But having that definitive job title,
Yeah.
that is recognized, that helps us being able to source for you properly, and and then having the skills section fully loaded with all your skills, the languages section, all of this sort of thing really does attribute to having a good profile and making yourself visible to us.
So just to summarize this, basically, so you really have to make sure that your profile is up to date, it's fully filled up. And is there something like instantly when because obviously you're scrolling, right, and you have so many profiles, what gets your attention when you look?
Professional picture is very important. Sometimes people don't think to stress it that much, but this is a representation of your professional ability. You don't want to come across closed off.
Yeah.
You want to present yourself in a confident way, sell yourself like, look at me, I am the good person for this job. Having a professional picture shows us that you are the person that is willing to talk to us and willing to network and communicate about said roles.
Okay. So the picture, of course, and the good tagline. That's what
Good tagline, good. Obviously it's not always about the job title, but it is a basis of how we do our search with keywords relating to the job. So technologies and things like that you have experience with are something that is also really important to know, because some people want a lot of different experiences.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.